In Chicago and Evanston, protests and vigils condemning racism against Asians and Asian Americans. Following the mass shooting in Atlanta in which 6 Asian women were killed, racism against Asians and Asian Americans is nothing new.
This was a racism issue. This was a sexism issue. This was a gun violence issue.
Ling An, a student at Elk Grove High School in Chicago, organized a March for Asian Lives. Hundreds marching with her. As the only Korean American in her school, she says racism is the norm.
There was this drunk man who started running full force towards me, and he was shouting racial slurs. He was calling me Ling Ling. You know, he almost got to me in time, except his friend had grabbed his arm and pulled him away.
How did you live with that?
It was kind of strange because I was used to it.
Studies show Asian hate crimes increased by 149% in 2020 in 16 U.S. cities. In Chicago, 2 cases were reported since 2020.
A lot of the reasons why I think the Chinese elderly have been so safe in Chicago in particular is because they themselves are very scared of going out right now.
Annie Yang leads Chinatown Health Initiative, or CTHI, a student organization providing healthcare access to Chinatown residents.
The biggest problems is these seniors feeling really lonely. And I think one of the initiatives that we can do is help them feel more connected.
All the Asians and Asian Americans I spoke to shared they grew up experiencing some kind of racism. Hate against the AAPI community might be more pervasive than what is portrayed on the media for decades. Joey and Diego,